We're now on a local project to focus on. It's called the Future Holders Project, and it's a new program that's emerged around the country here. The brainchild, if I understand it, of 3 social entrepreneurs whose goal is to create a new generation of young women, in particular, as technological leaders, solving the great challenges of the planet, as far as I read. The initiative, it involves groups of students, in fact, recruited to effect change and raise awareness about issues as big as air pollution and recycling and, well, the ways to best deal with them on a large scale. So there's a lot of layers to this, and for that reason, we're joined by 2 special guests, the co-founder of Future Holders, the project. This is Amna, Frej, joining me next to me here, and one of the participants, I understand, Zena, Andraws. So thanks for being with us, both of you. First of all, I think you could probably describe the program a little better than I did here about, what you're up to and how did it get started?
Well, Future Holders is an organization. It's a nonprofit organization that was established last year. We're aiming to build a network of young women leaders that work, and it's very important for them to solve the problems of the Earth and the planet using technology and innovation.
Big issues.
It's a big issue, and let me tell you, David, it's an issue that it doesn't get the attention that it needs to be taken.
Yeah.
So it's very neglected, and our goal is to make it more relevant today in the new generation.
Right, and that new generation, we have a member of it here with us. Zena, how'd you get involved in this? What was interesting to you about this?
Me personally, I really like to work on things such as apps and to try and solve problems. So when this program came, I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, and that I will be able to solve something that's in the world. So, yeah.
And what are you most interested in? What specific program or project are you finding yourself, drawn to and working on?
Personally, I really like that. In my project, the problem that I wanted to solve was that the air pollution that's happening.
Okay.
So that drew me into the project.
It's like a local issue. It's affecting people in your town. How do you go about it? This is big issues. What's the approach then to say, how do we go after something like air pollution? From the organization or the program's standpoint, how do you go after? Where do you start going after that?
There's a huge problem of awareness in the Arab society in Israel about climate change, about planet problems, environmental issues. There's a huge neglection. Part of it is something that comes from the people itself because they're not aware of it, and part of it is from the government that doesn't give a lot of money to solve these problems. And our goal is to raise the awareness of the new generation because we believe that they're the future.
And women in particular, this is a unique and sort of exciting aspect of what you're doing here, which is, it's important. How do you recruit the students? Where are you finding, I understand it's a diverse crowd. Diverse, people from across the country, mainly from the country's, Arab communities, or where, how far and wide does this go in terms of the diversity, the reach within Israel?
Well, we work also locally and we work also globally with an organization from Europe called Girls Gearing Up. And we recruit, I have to say that the schools that we recruited this year were very, very supportive of the program, supportive of women leadership, supportive of technology, of the climate change, and they are part of the huge success that the program had. And we were so lucky that we got students like Zena, who were excellent students. We have also 3 students that representing our program in a summer camp in Berlin. So it's very important for us to connect our girls to other girls from globally from the world, but also to focus on our problems here also locally.
And I heard that there's artificial intelligence sort of component to this, or at least an angle. Zena, you have other friends who are getting interested? Is it becoming something that growing a little in popularity among your friends? Getting involved in serious issues like this?
Well, we all know that AI is something that it's like a technology that's very new and everyone uses it. So we all wanted to try to get involved in it and involved in our project because that would be pretty interesting for people to use our project.
Has it been surprising you so far? Are you happy? Are you encouraged, or are you even a little intimidated? Maybe afraid about how big this is it challenging? In other words,
it is pretty challenging, but we teamwork got us through it. So
Fantastic.
It was pretty challenging using AI at first, but then once you get to know it, it's
Look,
Literally.
great initiative. Brave
And
as
AI
well.
is also
Yeah.
more relevant than ever. You can see it today in all technologies, in ChatGPT and everywhere. AI is it's the new technology, and that's why it's very important for us to understand how we can use it to solve big problems, not just search or chat with
In no
a bot.
small way. You're out to save the world. In the big and the small picture here, Amna, Zena, thanks for being with us. You're future holders. I appreciate it. I encourage our viewers to look more into it and support you in the work. And keep it up. Keep up the good work. Thanks for joining us today in the studio.